10 years had passed since I had opened that door. I thought everything inside had already become a memory. His old jacket was still hanging exactly where he left it. His books were on the shelf, his watch beside the bed. I stood there in the doorway, afraid to touch a thing, because sometimes a room can hold more memories than a photograph. I opened an old wooden drawer, looking for something I don't know, and underneath some faded papers I found an envelope. My name was written on it in handwriting I still knew, and suddenly my hands were shaking before I even read the truth. I didn't know he had written it, I didn't know he thought that far, and every word on that old page felt like he was standing in the room. I opened my father's old room after 10 long years and found his final letter waiting through all those years. He said, "Don't spend your life looking backward, don't let sorrow make you small. Live the life I always dreamed for you, and love your family through it all." I read those words through tears, and suddenly I understood. He wrote about my childhood, about the dreams I used to have. He said he was proud of me, even when I thought he wasn't. He told me not to be afraid of failing or starting again. He said a good life isn't perfect, it's a life where you love until the end. I held that letter to my chest like I could hold him too, and for the first time in 10 years I felt like I finally heard him. Maybe some goodbyes take years before we understand them. Maybe love leaves messages in places we don't expect. I opened my father's old room after 10 long years and found his final letter waiting through all those years. He said, "Don't spend your life looking backward, don't let sorrow make you small. Live the life I always dreamed for you, and love your family through it all." I read those words through tears, and suddenly I understood. I used to think his leaving was the end of everything. Now I realize his love was never going anywhere. It's in the way I hold my children, it's in every choice I make, it's in every time I choose forgiveness, and every promise that I keep. I opened my father's old room after 10 long years and found the part of him that time could never steal. He said, "Don't live your life in sorrow, there's still so much left to see." And those final words from my father finally taught me how to be free. I closed the door that evening, but But I didn't leave him behind. I carried his words with me, and finally I moved forward.